Alright, so it's been a while. Been meaning to make this video for also a long time, but this is gonna be my helmet and night vision setup, which has changed quite a bit in the past year, pretty much now. So first, we'll get to the helmet. This is a Gentex ACH high cut helmet. It's ballistic. It's not an ECH like the newest ones, but it's an ACH. It's still better than pretty much nothing in what I had on hand. I've got a Matrix Woodland airsoft helmet cover. Sadly, not many companies make Woodland covers for high cuts. So I found one from Matrix. It's all right. But I think I might try to make my own in the future. Let's see. Right now I have a Repro Health Star light designator, like IR. It's got red and white flashing, and then you also have the IR modes, which probably can't see even on camera. But I just got one of these. I had an MS2000 for a long time. It's just big and bulky. I wanted to see how this was, so I just got a Repro one for now, just so I had something. But I just wanted to see if I liked it, if I liked how it fit on it. But I do like this version, which they have the real one, where it has the red, because I can also use this as one, a visible light marker, but also two, a dead light for night games. So that's also cool. Let's see. I have a Faro Concept style PVS 31A battery pack, Mohawk kind of thing. I had a regular like TNVC copy Mohawk, which are good, but they're very floppy, especially when you have counterweights in them. This is very solid. As you can see, you have mounting points that go actual to the bolt hole on the arc rails and to the harness. You also have like a carbon fiber instead of just fabric, so it's actually on there very tight, and it's very stable, so you don't have a lot of stuff flopping around, which, you know, when you have a helmet or anything, even a bag or plate carrier, you don't like things flopping around. Just makes them feel heavier than they are, because you feel that weight moving around. But also just a way more low profile, and it's just a cleaner look. So for ear pro and comms, these are Contact 3 Peltors. They're the dual comms, so I got 2 down leads on each one. Obviously I have them velcroed to them. I used to just stuff them in my old pouch, but now with this tighter, more form-fitting, I want to just keep it less wires just dangling everywhere, so I have these velcroed on, which I've been really liking. It just keeps everything nice and separate, cleaner. I have them on just a regular 3M arc rail mount, no fancy mount. They work just as good. Even for on the range, I get them nice and tight to my ears, so I don't have any hearing loss issues. What else? Up here we got a Surefire M340V, so I can cycle. I think it's on white ramp. No, it's on IR right now. So I just rotate the head. Got nice bright white light, but more importantly, I got it for IR, which you can see on the camera. It shows up as like a purple, and in the naked eye, you do see a very, very faint red glow. But I won't be really using this all the time. This is just for indoors or super covered woodland areas where I have almost no ambient light coming through, either whether it be a hard surface like a roof or a container or whatever, or it, you know, thick tree coverage. So be it. What if I just don't have any good ambient light and my nods are really struggling? Then I can use this to just illuminate the room, or just illuminate what's in front of me, but tend to not use IR at all, because you never know if the enemy team has it. And even still, if I knew the enemy team didn't have night vision, this is just it's a pretty powerful IR illuminator. So it is blinding. You're gonna wash out a lot of things that are in your field of view. So it's generally just for when you're interior buildings or just areas where you just have no ambient light around. Now to more of the night vision stuff. This is a Norotos Rhino 2, not a Rhino 1, it's a Rhino 2. So you have one more degree of adjustment compared to the old Rhino, and it's just a way more stable platform. It has almost no movement. A lot of the old original Rhinos up here where you would clip on your J-arm or your bayonet, whatever optic you're using, you had the tubular instead of these sort of I-beam style rails. You had a tubular, and they just never got tight. Your optic was always moving, it always rattled, and you didn't have up and down. You only had tilt of the arm, and then you had forward and back, but you never had up and down, which the Rhino 2 has. It's just a lot better version, obviously. It does originally come with a bayonet style attachment, but I have converted this to dovetail, which if you have a Wilcox J-arm for your mono or like your PVS 14, it has a dovetail. It's just a slimmer mount. It's also just a more secure and less wobbly mount compared to the bayonet style, and that's what I'm running, along with the Norotos ACH style shroud. It's just a nostalgia look, plus it's just sturdy, and I don't have a 3-hole helmet. I have a 1-hole helmet, and I just didn't really feel like drilling more holes into this. So looks, plus I didn't have to modify the helmet. So that is the helmet. There's a few things I do want to do, actually. I do want to upgrade the pads. Right now I have MSA half-inch pads, which have been, working fine the past few years. But I do want something a little more comfy, so I've been looking around. I've seen a lot of people recommend the 4D tactical pads. They say they're like clouds, so I think I'm going to pick up a set sometime soon. I don't necessarily need it, but I do like it. I do want to get a PVS 31A style, or an actual PVS 31A battery pack to run my nods off of, but it's also cool because the battery pack does have a IR beacon, like strobing light, so that's cool. So I just have, instead of just having a weight back here, I can also have a battery pack. Do I need all that runtime? Not necessarily, but it is cool. I wouldn't have to store battery in my unit, because I hate doing that. I don't like leaving batteries in my night vision. So if I ever wanted to, I could just throw my NVGs on the helmet, put the power cord in, and I'm ready to go. I don't have to be fiddling, trying to find a battery, trying to put it in. I know it's menial stuff, but it's just a cool idea. You don't have to worry about, okay, shit, where did I put all my CR123s, or where did I put my AA's? Like, where are they? I have the battery pack right on the helmet. I know it's good. Just gotta plug the cord into the NVG, and I'm ready to roll. So that's my helmet. Now on to the night vision. I got these. Well, first off, let me go over what they are. These are Nocturne Industry Katana Gen 3 molded night vision. So the first couple of generations of the katanas were actually 3D printed. Still very strong and everything. Not a lot of issues. Plus they have, I think a very good warranty on their housings. But they went over the latest 2 generations is the molded, which is this one right here, is a injection molded, some sort of like, not carbon fiber, but fiber, nylon, something. So, it's very strong. And then they also have the Katana Rs, which are actually machined aluminum housing. If you really feel like you need that extra beefiness of a machined aluminum housing, if you're really jumping out of planes or plan on falling out of trucks and stuff, then go ahead. But I feel like the molded are plenty strong enough. 3D printed ones, I heard great things about, and then the molded is a step above, and then you have the R, which is just a tank. So I got these from GPNVGs.com. Great guys, great turnaround. They really helped me out, so I'm giving them a shout out, obviously. So here you go. Here's the Katana molded. These come standard now. It used to be an optional thing that you had to choose, but they come standard now with a Limo 00B port, a 2-pin port for power. It's a dovetail mount, like I said earlier. These are just my favorite housing. I haven't really had any other duals, but I've always loved Katanas from the beginning, even when they were, like, I guess, prototype stage. I always wanted a pair, so I am a little bit biased, but it's a very simple binocular. You have your battery cap right here, which is also your on and off. So pretty much that's all the controls you have on this device, and that's all the controls I feel like you really need. So if I can get this battery cap on, because I'm doing it through my phone screen. There we go. So these are also, it's your battery cap and your on and off. So like I said, this is the only control you have is on and off. The other controls you can possibly find on night vision devices is your manual gain. It's like a little potentiometer knob that helps you adjust the brightness of your image. I have auto-gated tubes, so it sort of does it for itself. But if you're, in a highly lit environment, you might want to turn them down even more. But when I had my PVS-14, I had manual gain. I had auto-gated tubes as well, but they had a manual gain knob to even adjust it. I always found myself running it maxed out, so I never really turned it down many times. It's always been maxed out. If anything, I've wanted more, so I didn't need the manual gain, so I didn't use it. Let's see, the other knob would be your IR illuminator, whether it be like a push button, or if you had to rotate the on-off knob one more position over to engage the onboard IR. On my PVS-14, I know it's not the best onboard IR illuminator, but I never really used it, hence why I have the IR light on my helmet. But even then, in a dark room, that IR illuminator on the 14 still struggled. It was good for up close, reading something at maybe 3 or 4 feet away from your head, maybe doing some admin stuff through your night vision, trying to work out gauges or, maps or whatever. But it just wasn't anything that was really going to illuminate the room so you could see everything. It was more of like what's in front of my face. So I didn't use that. I don't need it, so I didn't bother having a dual device that had it. So I kept it simple. I have on and off, auto-gated tubes, so if anything's really too bright, it will self-adjust and save the tube, and also, not blind my eyes. Speaking of tubes, these have Ilbit SLH or XSLH white phosphor image intensifier tubes. Let's see if I can get the nice crisp blue. So those are the tubes I have in here. They're leaps better than the Omni 7 tube I had in my PVS-14. That is like a contract tube. That's run-of-the-mill from I think 2008 or 2012 tube for U.S. military. It wasn't for special forces. It was for your run-of-the-mill pogue or grunt, that was just needed some sort of night vision optic to get them through. Operators weren't really using them when they came out. Those were, operators were using PVS 15s or PVS 31s or whatever, but the specs obviously are greater than not having any night vision. But when you start getting really low light, if you're in the woods, they would scream and they would struggle. So, obviously better than nothing, but compared to these tubes, this unit blows my 14 out of the water. I did have it. I tried to keep it, as a loaner. I ended up just being like, you know what? It's just not that good compared to these. I'm not gonna bother keeping it. Like, it's cool to have too, but so I ended up selling it. But these are great. So let's see what other standard. You can get this for ANVIS, I think, or 6 or 7 type tubes, which I think are primarily found in like aviation type NVGs, and then you have the PVS 14 style tubes, which I'm not even bothered trying to say what it's like, MX 11 blah 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 type style tubes. That's what I have right here. Takes PVS 14 style glass, so front lens and rear lenses are PVS 14 style. These are just regular mil spec glass, nothing fancy. I don't think I got the Fuji or whatever. I think these are just mil spec. But so far, very happy. They are one of the lightest housings for duals you can get. I don't think they hold the lightest title anymore, but these are one of the lightest, which is also a big help, especially running a what's it called, a ballistic helmet. You already got enough weight there. So that is my night vision setup. So I got the nods, got the helmet. If I am thinking about doing a video going over, basic night vision knowledge or things you should know. So I'm probably start working on that video. This is just going over what I have. But I think I will do a little video on, like, I know there's tons of them out there already, but I feel like it's just good knowledge to know. And if somebody happens across my video, so be it. But I'm not the master. But I learned a lot getting into duals. I took my time to figure out, okay, what specs should I look for, what don't I want, what do I want. There's a lot of variables when it comes to the night vision, so it's a very tough issue when people say I want good night vision. It's like, okay, well, you gotta give me more than that. So I think I'll go into it, because I know a lot of people, since I got into night vision, have talked to me about it. But yeah, if you have any comments, questions, let me know. And I'll try to post some more stuff soon.